So the question is, Mel has asked, we're doing hot seat Q&A and coaching today. And Mel has asked a great question of, how do you set up efficient and effective time with your team to help them move through our marketing plan, essentially? How do we help our team be successful? Those who have two hands up, yeah? And so first of all, what I want to take you through is something that is very, very important as you continue growing up in the business and as you begin collecting team along the way, is always edifying. Same with your customers, in fact. You're always taking in inventory and edifying. So what I mean by that is I'm constantly looking at who's playing and at what level. So I love to categorize. Now, I don't categorize people as an A player, a B player, or a C player. I do categorize their willingness to do the activity, their desire level, right? And then their teachability. Now, often most teams have one or two of these qualities, but rarely three. Teachability, willingness to do the activity, and a desire level, a really big desire level. We can't really do a lot about all three of them. They've either got them or they're not, but I am reminding them that now's the time to be teachable. We already know what works. There's a system that works well before us, well after us. We are not the system. Leaning into the system. So sometimes I can be thought-provoking with them on, why do you think you keep coming up against this block, right? Can I invite you to consider this in a different way? So it'll be about an invitation, but really they're the three keys of success. A willingness to do the activity. If I've given them 3 assignments, like go write down your story, record it for me for 2 minutes, like find the key moments, go watch plot story training, and and I sent all this chapter in how to build your network marketing business with Jim Rohn. I want you to know safety and numbers, law of averages, the batting average, like a whole bunch of assignments on my friends. I'm not the teacher. I don't have time for that. There's so much information out there. There's so much relevant, highly efficient, effective, successful information out there. Would you agree? So I'm a director. I'm a pointer. Hey, here's my story. This has changed my life. I'm thinking this could be for you too. If I was to send you something, would you watch it? And then I'm opening the door and I'm sending them through the door. Here's our system. And I'm going to be here as a guide, but I'm your pointer. I can't do it for you. You have to lift the weights. But I can be a trainer with you in the gym. Right? Is everyone with me? So this is a mindset. This is really a mindset. And most people that begin to struggle with overwhelm as they grow up in their business and leadership is because they think that they're the destination. They think that they're the system. The difference between you duplicating to 100 Club and beyond is how you think about your role and identity. I'm not here to save people. I'm not here to change their business. I'm not here to be the one. I'm here to be a cheerleader, a pointer, like, a director. I'm here to give them certainty. I'm here to help them build their belief. I'm here to dust them off sometimes, not all the time. But I'm a distributor just like all of you. I'm no better than you. I'm no different to you. I'm no more or less important. This mindset and identity shift is everything. So a lot of you at SC, QSSC, SSC and beyond and getting to that QNMD, it's because you're still putting yourself in the center of the arena. The whole game is you. And the faster that you can move out of the way, the better. So I love that my office now has this door because now I get to give you a physical example of behind this door is $1 million business. there's community, there's products that'll change your life, there's leadership. The company's been around, it's a legacy company coming up to 53 years. There's product innovation, there's research, there's empowering women, there's global support, there's auto ship and systems and Shopify's coming, and all of the things are behind this door. And my only job is, here's my story. This is what it did for me. This was shit. So then I said, I'm going to look behind this freaking door because I'm out of doors. And then I went through the door and my life changed. And I can't help but invite you, if I was to send you some information, I can't help but think you could love what's behind the door like I do. And then I move out of the way. In you go. Off you go. Are you going to be a partner plus? Are you going to be an SSC? You might be my next 100 club. I've got no idea. And I also know that I don't really influence the outcome. And that's what I want you to get today, Mel. It's not up to me. I'm not that important. I'm not that special. I'm not that amazing that I can make someone 100 club or not. Or even that I can help them promote to any position, because they have to lift the weights. I can get really good at cheering people on. I can get really good at having efficient systems. I can get really good at identifying people early on, but for every person that I thought was going to be a rock star who did nothing, I've got an exception to the rule. The most unlikely people. So even after all this time, I still don't know. It's like horses in the Melbourne Cup. I've got no idea. I've got my odds, but I've got no idea. So how do I, number one, how do I identify who has earned my time, not who needs my, everyone needs my time. Who has earned my time, number one. And I'm here for business. I'm not here for charity. I'm not here to build an orphanage. I'm not here to build a chat shop. Every minute that is away from my highest values, my family, my life by design, it better be efficient in my Juice Plus business. Right?
Hello? What's that?
So efficiency is everything. Efficiency and simplicity. Anything that you are constantly saying to people, you got to record it somewhere. You got to have your 5 or 10 minute version and training of that particular topic, or you got to know where to send them to go watch that. There's the 7 master skills in GoPro. Like, it's all there. And same with Jim Rohn, How to Build Your Network Marketing Business. They are 2 resources that are going to empower everyone with the same tools that you have. The only difference is us. We've all got the same marketing plan. We've all got the same nirvana behind the door. So it becomes, and I want you to really think of this, it becomes how efficient you are at putting people in the system. And the person who puts the most people behind the door wins. Because it's already decided what they're going to do. It's already decided. It's like, think of this, it's already in their blood whether they're going to be a partner plus, a senior partner, a qualified senior partner, or whether they're going to catch a vision that it might unfold. Maybe they'll get a major life event, an MLE, that will change things. Maybe they will be in a different season eventually. Like, it's no wonder that at different stages of my chapters over 17 years, I know when my kids all were finally at school. I know when my big leaders came in because I was ready for them. I know when from QNMD to NMD 24 Club was the biggest shift in understanding what it takes for true duplication. And that's me get out of the arena completely. See them as successful, believe in them as successful, just believe and breathe success into them. Don't worry about shoring up their weaknesses with your strength. That's not your job. Your job is to be the cheerleader. Now, so the coaching should be 15, 20 minutes and not too much individual. Some individual while you're honing your skills. So for me, getting someone to senior partner or a partner plus, first of all, I'm saying let's book 15, 20 minutes. And I want to discuss with you what's on the table, and I want to see if it's like worth us going for it. How's that sound? Okay, great. Let's book the time. I'm going to show up on that day, and then the first question I'm going to ask is, so remind me, why are you here? What do you actually really want? What will success look like for you here? Let's go back to the beginning. Why did you say yes? And we get their stake in the ground. I have nothing if I don't have leverage. I don't employ them, I can't hire them, I can't fire them. I've got nothing until I know what their biggest desire is and what their biggest pain is. Everyone with me so far? Okay, so why are you here? So if I'm hearing correctly, if we can help you with this and this, that's going to be a win for you. Okay, amazing. So the next promotion that's on the table for you, and I'm doing this with a bunch of team that have said they've got two hands up, that they're willing to really like look at this and us decide if we're going for it, is what's actually on the table and what your next promotion means. And then I'm going to spend a few minutes talking about the benefits, the features, the why of what's available for them when they do the steps. Now, no one wants to be an SC because it doesn't mean anything in life. SC is nothing. So I talk pay rise, commission level. I have the points and the retail profit in front of me and say, imagine if right now you're earning this much. Every time you get a Juice Plus customer, you're earning XYZ. Imagine when you're earning the full commission available. Right now, it's coming to me. I'm so happy. Like, I love that I'm getting this extra money, but I would be so much more excited if you were being fully rewarded for all of your effort. You're doing the same effort. You might as well get it 5, 10, 15, 20% pay rise. And I say permanent pay rise for the rest of your life, not only on your own products, but every time that you add a customer. So now, in a month, when you put on 5 new Core 4 customers, it's going to give you this much money. How would an extra 400, 500, like map it out with them? Talk money. That's why they're here. So let's add this up. What you're going to need between now and SP is, let's call it, it's 13 premium customers. Already this month, you have 3. And this is what I want to map out for you. The real reason to get to SP is so that you can begin to unlock way more magic in our marketing plan. So you go out of the little hobby side thing and this starts to be a legit business for you, something that can really start to generate you income. So how much income that feels good to you, that feels realistic, right? Because right now it's like $50 a month. So anything up is better. But what feels realistic and good to you that we could start to bring in over the next 90 days? Let's talk the next 3 months. How much would you love to start earning from your Juice Plus business over the next 3 months? So today's April 17, May, June, July. July 17, your Juice Plus check on the 9th, you're opening it up. What is going to put a smile on your dial? Okay, cool. They will usually say 300, 500. If it's way out, I just say to them, it's possible. It's not typical, but it's possible. And I want to map it out with you. I want to show you where your next $1,000 is going to come from. How's that sound? Okay, great. And then I'm going to do those numbers and map that out. Now, this is already available for you on your hub. It's called What's in a Box of Juice Plus. And all of the price breakdown is in there. It's a very helpful one-page document. You want to know these numbers. Now, if your person is really detailed and they love detail, they're going to love all of those sheets that you've got printed out there, Mel. For me, I'm not the detail person. I want to know it's going to bring me in approximately between now and end of senior partner, getting up to nearly $1,000 in retail profit, commission, and bonuses. Right? It's getting up there. So I'm big picture. So I'm going to then say to them, our company rewards you when you start helping people. So when you start to put a good effort in and a focused effort over a certain amount of time, the company rewards you big time. Instead of doing dribs and drabs and little bits of dip your toe in the water, I love helping people go through the fast way and get paid more quicker to go further faster, because this becomes your business story forever. I want you to be excited to say, you know what, in my first couple of months, I already earned over $1,000. And at that time in my life, where else was I going to bring in $1,000 extra dollars? So we want to create this success for you. So the people who you are inviting in can already see your success and already be exposed to a whole team of success. Now, so we've got the stake in the ground, we've mapped it out a bit, and then I literally ask them around about then, so what is your, like, on a scale of 0 to 10, what's your desire level right now to do this? And I don't want you caught on the how, I don't know the people, I don't know the things, it feels like a lot. Let's put that aside for a moment. What is your desire level to let's go grab this? Now, if it's low, if it's a 3 or a 4, I'm not going to be in convincing mode. It's not worth it to them. I'm not here to then go down a rabbit hole and explain why if I don't get their leverage. It's not important to them. I'm also mapping out what would you be willing to commit to make this happen? How many hours a week are you willing to invest? And keeping in mind, at the start of this extraordinary business model, we're underpaid. And then eventually we get paid at like a job level. And then eventually, and this is what I am planning to see with you, this is why I'm here and this is why I started. I'm here for the life-changing money. And I've been in the life-changing money category for, well over 15 years. So I'm there for you. And you can be honest about where you're at in this journey. I'm here and this is where I'm going. Right? You don't need to conceal. You don't need to have any BS here. You can storytell with those who are helping you. They are so much further ahead of me in this generous marketing plan. And I'm just following the steps that they say, and you edify the system. So now I know, are they an A, B, or a C? Are they an A player of I have two hands up and you'll get me for 1 or 2 hours a day, even if it means I've got to get up earlier and I choose the desk instead of the couch for the next 40 days. So I'm setting the parameters with them. I'm saying we're in and we're on. We'll probably be in daily contact, mostly via Messenger. What's the best time of day and night for you? Now, then I'm going to give you the steps of how the typical ways that we get people to SP, the system that we know that works. Okay? And we go through blueprint 1, 2, and 3. Here's blueprint 1. You know, we're going to send that first text message to your family and friends to say, hey, I started this thing. It would mean the world to me if you would take a look and consider being a one-time product user. If I was to send you some info, would you? And I said, these are your ride and die people. These are the people who, it doesn't matter what you're opening up, you know, they want to know about it. They want to cheer you on. And the verbiage here is important because we don't want them to feel obligated and locked in and that we're going to come after them and all of that nonsense. We want this to be fun and casual and easy. So I'm pre-framing it. You can probably easily think of 10. You know, tell me about some of the people right now. And if they sit there and just go, oh, I don't have anyone, I've got like 2 or 3, my mother's unsupportive, my father's, you know, and I'm getting all the no one likes me and I'm not going to ask them for anything. They're self-selecting. You don't get to come in here. I don't care what system you're following. You don't get to come in here and be fully automated and getting leads coming out of your butt in your first few weeks and your first few promotions. Don't care who's saying that. It's nonsense. It's rubbish. And I have 17 years to say I call BS on it. It doesn't happen. And if they've got that delusion, do them a favor. Right? Amen. It is the truth. So people can handle the truth. They want the truth. We don't need to be smoke and mirrors. There's nothing worthwhile in this world as easy. Nothing worthwhile. Because it takes growth. You got to grow to get this. You got to get uncomfortable. Frame them with that. I'm going to test you. You're going to get a little uncomfortable with some of this. We're going to need you at a 6 or a 7 or beyond about, yeah, okay, I probably wouldn't do this if you weren't here holding my hand, nudging me. Okay, that's the true role as a mentor. Is you saying, hang on, you said this was important. Do I have your permission to give you your gentle nudge? Because you've got this. And I'm forever grateful for my mentors who did that for me because there's no way I'd be where I am now. Do I have your permission? I can't do it for you, but I will call you out when you want to slide and you're looking for the easy road here. Okay? So have the freedom and the lightness of this is what we're doing. We're growing you. That's the real gift. The goal is amazing, but it's actually who you become on the way to the goal. It's actually, and while we're there, how are you going to feel? Just let's park here. How are you going to feel when you're at conference and you are going to conference as an SP? Like you're already drawing a line in the sand and you've already going to have achieved so much more than everyone else. You're already going to be in a top percentage of all of network marketing because you actually have created income and promoted and done more than 3 to 5 customers. That puts you in the top 20% of all of freaking network marketing. Like, I want that for you. I want to do this with you. So are we in? What we're getting is their vision, their excitement, their commitment level. And now it's easy, right? We're going to do a launch event. You're going to practice your story on some people, right? You're going to attend events and invite people to come and take a look. And between us, we're going to decide which is the most comfortable for you in which order. But I'll tell you what successful people do. Those that are crushing it and those that get to SP in 30 days and get the full bonus, they're doing this and this and this. So which one are you going to be? A players are going to do this. B's and C's are going to do this. And it's all good. Remember our team mantras. You're a blessing in the team, whether you do a little or a lot. This is your promotion. I'm excited for you, but this is your promotion. I can't do it for you. Can you hear my posture? I'm letting them off the hook, but I'm also holding them accountable. And that's my job. That's my role. That's where it starts and finishes. Does everyone get me? So the questions and the flow, to circle way back, and this is a very long answer to your question, but it is, why are you here? What are we doing here? Do you really want it? It's like Ricky Martin. Do you really want it? Do you really want it? Right, what for? What are you going to do with it? Let's go. Oh, we go. Ole, ole, ole. And then we paint some vision with them. How's it going to feel when you have that? Like, we look back on the last 60 days and you have brought in $1,000 new in your own bank account. Like, what is the emotion that means the most to you about what this is going to feel like for you? Is it pride? Maybe you prompt them. Is it pride? Is it determination? Is it following through? Is it staying true to your word? Is it the growth that you know that you're going to have? Is it the resolve of something's got to change and no one's here to save you? Like, what is that emotion? And that's what we are going to talk about every day. What that income is going to do for you and your family, what you're going to do with it, and how you're going to feel. Because there's going to be times where you go, this is too hard. We're going to need 5 more orders, and you're going to feel like, I've spoken to everyone, I've done all the things, and I can't do this, and it's not working. There's going to be those days. What do you want me to do on those days for you? You want me to kick your ass? You want me to leave you wallow? You want me to let you give up? You want me to give you some constructive tips? Because I'm writing it down and that's what I'm going to do. So this is a very effective game plan, chat. Do you get it? It's the same as when they start up, but it doesn't matter if you're doing this 6 months down the track, 12 months down the track. It's the same. It's exactly the same formula. It doesn't matter if I'm doing this so they get started strong, or if they want to restart, or if they're going for Q&MD, or even 100 Club. It's exactly the same flow. Why are we here? Why is this important? Convince me of why this is so important. Why now? Like, I want them talking me into it. Can you feel the different posture? I asked the question, but I'm putting the energy back on them. This isn't my race. This makes them feel safer and more certain. I'm going to be there with you. I'm going to be cheering you and kicking your butt if that's how you want to play it. But this is theirs. And so right from the start, you are setting a standard and you are training people how to treat you. And you are treating them how you want to be treated, like an independent virtual franchise with great mentors, great ass kickers, great cheerleaders around you. But this is why you're here. This is your business. This is your journey. It's not mine. And I want you to release the needy, horrible, codependent relationship and energy that some of you feel or are being trained to have. I don't know why, of burden and responsibility. And you've got to do everything for everyone. It's nonsense. You are beside them. You're beside them. You are running, doing your own business, and you're saying, hey, check it out. This is what I do. I lift my weights like this. That looks fun. That looks easy. I can run with you. You can run with many. You can't carry any. So the identity that I have when I'm scheduling those 20 minutes is I'm in full listening mode, but I'm I'm passing the baton. So here's a very important sentence that helps me pre-frame this. The best gift I can give you in this business is your independence as quickly as possible. I'm going to say it again, and I want you to put it on a sticky note somewhere. The best gift I can give you in this business is your independence as quickly as possible. This is a teaching business. I want to teach you and release you as quickly as possible. I'm going to show you. I'm going to teach you the steps. You're going to watch me. And then I'm going to show you. We're going to break down the steps. I'm going to teach you the steps. And then I'm going to let you. I'm going to show you, teach you, let you as quickly as possible. And in GoPro, Eric Worre even goes to say, how quickly do you want that to be? He gets that from them. I don't always do that, but I get a temperature of whether they're going to be super needy and expect my energy and my everything, or whether they're going to meet my energy. You take a step, then I take a step, then you take a step, and then I take a step. But I don't take a step without you. I'm matching your effort. And those with the biggest desire who are willing to do the activity, even when it's uncomfortable. In fact, they lean right into it. They say yes when they don't want to because they know they grow, and your business grows as you grow. And the more you grow, that stays with you forever. That's more than anything, that's what's going to impact the income in your family for the rest of your life, is how much you grow. And then you story share. This is how much I've grown. I remember when I did my first event with my little flip chart and popped on my video, right? In my house with, I had 2 kids back then. Thomas wasn't yet born. And I had 6 people. I invited about 30. 6 people came. I had no clue what I was doing. I almost peed my pants, but I did it. And from that first event, like out of the 6 that came, 5 ordered, 3 stayed on with me, and 2 of them are still here, 16 years on. So this works. Everything that I'm going to share with you how to do, I did it. Right? It's the system that you're going to follow, and you're going to get my cheering on. Okay, so tell me what you learned. Tell me something that's different. Tell me something, teach me back something new that you heard from any of that. Or come off mute, whatever's easier. Hey, Sasha.
I loved when you said my big leaders came in when I was ready. Believe and breathe success into them.
Yeah, great. Yes, so here's another metaphor, and I got this from Rob Sperry, and it's always stayed with me. In those first precious 4 weeks to 6 weeks, we want them to have the win of confidence, the win of belief, the win of they've made a great decision, they're in the right place. And he says, imagine it's like you're in a plane together. You're in a cockpit together, and they're in the driver's seat, and it's scary. And I invite each of you to think back and remember when you were first asked some of these things, what it felt like. This was new verbiage. This was a whole new game. And here's these people that no one understands this game, but I'm brand new. I don't understand any of it. I'm nervous. I don't want to let people down. So I love his aeroplane metaphor because he's like, you are beside them, in the seat beside them, and every single day you are breathing belief into them. You're cheering them on. That first 4 to 8 to 12 weeks is very intensive. If they keep taking the steps, if they don't take the steps and they continue to not show up, it's self-selection. The feet are talking, not the lips. The lips are talking, not the feet. It's their action that shows you if they're an A, B, and C. Only the action moves them out of the category. Who's with me? Who gets what I mean? How many people do you hear talk, 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 talk? I'm gonna do the thing. I'm coming to the thing. I'm gonna. And that's where you will leak energy because you want it to be different. You don't just accept it as it is and love it as it is. Stop denying that. That's what we do. 80% of what we do is exactly that. People with less than 3 to 5 orders for their entire network marketing time. Get used to it. Love that. What if you could love and appreciate that? What would happen to your business if you could right now, line in the sand, make the decision that you will have not one more suffering thought around someone's lost potential or wasted potential or your inability to get them to move or your responsibility or burden of someone else's effort? What would happen in your business if you could really release that belief? And that you could really start to love and appreciate that they said yes to anything at all that they said yes to, that you are radically, wildly grateful for, with zero outcome and expectation on them. Let it go. How cool could that be? How much more space and freedom and joy and excitement and gratitude could you bring to your working Juice Plus hours in life daily if you could let go of that nonsense? Let's take the breath of that freedom, like literally just in your body, just go, I'm not responsible. You're not responsible. It's not your fault. It's not your skill level. It's got nothing to do with you. Nothing at all to do with you. How freeing, how freaking cool is that? Who doesn't believe me? Who's not with me yet? Amanda, you have a hand on your forehead. Are you believing me yet that this is a thing, that it can be possible? You are. Okay, good. Mel, where are you at on this scale? I want your scale of believing me and hearing it the millionth time.
I do. I was just actually looking at, I just wrote 4 pages of notes. Like
Cool.
I wasn't joking when I said I've heard this before and I've heard these words come out of your mouth. I don't know how many times before, but I just felt like I needed to hear it that one more time. And it is not about me.
Yes.
It is about getting out of my own way, out of my own head. And that saying that you mentioned, which I actually heard at NMD school last year, of you can run with many, but you can't carry any. That stood out for me then. It's stood out for me now. And I have been intentionally being grateful for my 80%, for loving on them, but just taking it to that next level, that next deeper level of just, yeah, I don't like, I just
Here's some tips for the 80%. Send them text messages. Thank you for saying yes and putting trust in me and being a part of our business. I don't know if I tell you enough. I'm so grateful that you're here and that you are enjoying your Juice Plus products. You're acceptable where you are. You're acceptable as you are. No expectations. And like, how else can you begin to really put this into the culture? It's a feeling, it's a concept. It's not necessarily an action. The second part that when you were saying that, oh, I've lost it. What was it? Lifting the weights, is that they're just going to watch you. You don't need to sit around and be a mentor behind a desk and tell people, just show them. Just the demonstration.
Yeah. the show you, teach you, let you is yeah. I wouldn't say that I'm a control freak. Like, I'm definitely not that person. You can do this however you want to do it. But that definitely is something I'm working on, is letting go of.
Great. Can I give you a power question to ask people when you've got someone who needs a lot of reassurance?
Yep.
They learn really quickly from me in 2 to 3 weeks. I say, well, I'm curious, what do you think? Oh, I've got this screenshot and I've got this lady and I'm thinking I'll send this to my Cairo, or I don't answer. I go, what do you think? And then they tell me, and then I go, that sounds amazing. I might also consider this. You are incredible. See how awesome you are? You've got this. Let's go. I'm seeing them as successful every step of the way, Mel. I'm seeing them as full and whole and ready. It's the opposite to you're going to mess it up. Give it to me. That's breathing belief. Now, if they're taking off in a plane and they know the steps and you're not allowed to lean over and take the wheel. Have you ever taught anyone to drive?
No.
Okay, it's gonna be, that's a great metaphor. I'm about to do my second teen.
My kids are not quite there yet.
I had to develop the driving instructor personality because I did not have this personality within me to begin with. Calm, encouraging, constructive. I can't tell you the urge to take the wheel. But don't do it. You can't. Your life is in their hands. Imagine, and the only way that they're going to take off is by your calm, confident encouragement of seeing them as successful. You've got this. You can do this. Like, if the plane's going down, how it, like, yelling at that person is not going to, stepping in because you're not allowed to. The minute that you step in, the plane crashes. I want you to take that metaphor with you. The best gift I can give you in this business is your independence as quickly as possible. I got that gold from a guy called Gordon Hester, and it was life-changing. That's when I took off. That's when I had liftoff. From QNMD to NMD, I did it in 7 months, which was unheard of at that time. And, you know, I was around about 12 club and then to 24 club because I just switched my thinking. Nothing else changed but how I showed up and treated them and the standards that I set of not needing me anymore, not being the best on the team. Don't be the best.
Can I ask a question on that, Linda? So
Yeah.
you've had this realization, you've heard that from Gordon, and you've just gone, I get it. Do you then go back to the team that you've
Yes.
mentored to this?
Yes. You know what happened? This happened to me when I was in Phoenix, right? The 80-15-5 and lift the weights, Larry Thompson. I was knocking on the door of Q. I'd earned to be at this NMD meeting because I got, like, I don't know, 10 team in the month before or whatever, customers and whatever. So it was like I was behind the curtain. Like, it was almost like, oh, I hope no one calls me out on being in here. And it's the NMDs. And this guy freaking polarized the room because he's there saying, you're not that important. You're not qualified to answer that. Your answer on the product needs to be, well, I don't know about that. This is what it did for me. This is what it did for my sister. And let me tell you what it did for my auntie. You won't believe it. And all the Juice Plus elite are, oh no, we know our research. We know our products. Who is this guy telling us that we're not the expert? And then he's like, that's not your job. I remember him just saying it so many times, like, stop being the freaking expert. Tell the story. I was a broke waiter. I was a construction worker. She was a teacher. The answer to every single objection you get is, well, I don't know about that. Here's what I know. Here's my experience. To every single objection, I'm like, really? Could I? What if it could be that simple? Oh my God. Here's the number. He taught Jeff and Cheryl. Larry Thompson. 80-15-5, lift the weights. Self-responsibility, self-leadership, self-determination, UTR. We use the products, we talk about the products, we share our results. My hair was on fire when I came out of this training because I was building a little control freak orphanage. Herding cats. Right? And I was, I was just choking the baby. I was a hot, frustrated mess. I wanted it so bad. So instead of being like this, I could be like this. Hey, you want it? Let's come on along. And so I came back to the team. First of all, I bought a bracelet, no word of a lie. In fact, I need my bracelet in here because this is the third time I've told this story in 3 days. I've been filling in for people's calls. This bracelet, I came out with so much confidence that I've got the freaking golden ticket and I just got the big key for me, the $1 million key. I just got it. It's landed. It's in my heart. My hair's on fire. When Jeff says that you can fly home, you're so high that you can just fly home, you don't even need the airplane. That was me. And I bought this, Fee Taylor was with me. I bought this bracelet at Phoenix. She has the same one. And I said, this is my 100 Club bracelet. We're going all the way. I'm going to be a millionaire. Are you coming, Fee? I'm going to be a millionaire now in this company. And by the time I got on the plane and was writing out just all of the distinctions and rereading my notes, I started thinking about the people that I would necessarily help on my way to 100 Club and started calling them in. I'm ready for these people. This is not about me. I just need to connect them with the system that works and show them the stories. I need to show Adam the story of Jeff and Chris Fielding in the UK, John Hollow. I just need to connect these people with the stories that they need to hear that are around their desires and their pain points. This has got nothing to do with me. I'm not the walking encyclopedia brochure. I'm not the destination. I'm not even important. I'm not the one. My passion, my enthusiasm, my energy, my excitement. Yeah. If I bring that, I help more people get behind the door quicker. I came back and before I landed, I said, girls, I'm going to be at home at 8 o'clock. Come around in your pajamas at 9 o'clock. And I got to let you know, we're going to be freaking millionaires. Like, you're coming over at 9 o'clock. 3 of them came over. 3 of them got to NMD. And beyond. Christine got to 100 Club. So did Fee. Sabrina left at like 24 Club. Like, that's the true story. You get back with your team with this distinction and you go, I have been doing you a disservice. You're going to rewatch this recording of Linda on this day at this time. And then we're going to meet up and we're going to plan world domination because I want this to land for you too. Because I've realized where I'm choking the freaking baby and where I'm going to stop being tight-fisted like this and I'm going to start going like this. Come on along. Look what we have. Let's run together. Who else can we help? Not who can we control? Not who can we wrangle? Who can we manipulate and bend and whip into shape and love enough with our love? 80-15-5. The 80%, you love them and you're so darn grateful for them. They're here for community. They're here for 3 to 5 orders for their entire life. They're never going to do another thing. Love them, bless them. Create a beautiful culture that they always want to be in and they will never leave. And guess how much of your check they influence? 80 freaking %. They're the most important if you want to say who's most important. Everyone wants the purple marble, I get it. But the white marble are no more or less important. I want it to land. Let it freaking land. Love everyone the same. How they access your time is different. The 15, but let's just call it 80-20. The 20% with two hands up, you're constantly doing this shoulder tap. What's the next thing you're after? Okay, we did that. We smashed that. What's the next one? What's the next one? What's the next one? Right, we're doing it together. I'm going to share this with you. And instead of being there upline, looking down at them and trying to bring them up, you're running together. You're beside each other. Until they are independent, they no longer need you. Now you need to go find your next one and your next one and your next one. You're always reaching in the box and pulling out marbles, and it doesn't matter what color they are. Your only job is to keep pulling out the marbles and getting in the gym and showing them, teaching them, letting them. Wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. My job is no different now than it was 17 years ago. It's no different. I share my story and everyone gets an invite. That's it. And then the system does the rest. How much system is available for each and every one of you right now? Oh my God, sometimes it's too much system, right? There's the hub, there's the Soulful Women's Business Calls, there's the Own Your Own Life events, there's Level Up, there's just so many things for you to plug into, so it's not you. You're the inviter, you're the connector, you're the pointer, you're the director, but you're not the thing, you're not the one, you're not the destination. Did it land, Mel? What do I need to remind you of? Yeah, you specifically.
It landed. It's not that it had been forgotten.
Yeah.
To get caught up in the do and the numbers and all that stuff.
Patterns, because
needed the
we are our
reminder.
patterns.
Yeah.
Our behavior is our pattern. So you've been in a pattern, and when you asked me, did you come back and do things differently? Did you go to your team? Hell yeah, I did. And I drew a line in the sand and I said, this is how we're going to do it. This is the way. I've got the freaking keys. Are you in? Here's the new event. Here's the new system.
Yep.
And guess what? Did I lose people? Did I annoy people that didn't want to be retrained, that didn't want to lose the chat shop and the orphanage? Hell yeah, I did. But my internal decision is I'm here for my family. So every minute that I'm not with my family, it better be a business building activity. I'm here to build an empire. I'm not dicking around. I'm not here for shits and giggles in the chat shop. I had to have that internal decision, and everyone felt it. Some of them are still crying about it 17 years later. They're still there. They're barely qualified. They never came back on another training. They were abandoned. But I had to be okay with that. I had to be okay with people falling off and falling away and saying I've changed. Hell yeah, I've changed. Because I'm not here out of loyalty and obligation to meet other people's needs. I'm not here to do that. This is a business arena. I'm a businesswoman building an empire. I don't have time for that shit. What about you, Louise?
I loved the reminder of the ones that you like think are gonna be the rock stars, and then the ones that surprise you, and it's like sat and thought about it. I was like, it's so true. The ones that like those are the ones that surprise you. You're like, wow, where did you put all those orders from?
And they're the ones when you're looking at reports and it's not about personalities and people, your reports don't lie. That's your blood work. That's the feet. I'm constantly, the one thing I look in reports really quickly, even when I have like, you know, a major team leader leave, and I might know all of the names, I go straight to the PVC report and I look who's got more than 10 orders in the PC count. That's my first thing I look at. They're sharing Juice Plus. They love the product beyond themselves. And there's a few others. They're the ones that I can work with. They're the ones that I can get requalified. They're the ones that I can start helping them unveil a vision for SC, and that they're way closer than they think. Slow way or fast way. So that's one of my, like, I look for the feet in reports. Yeah.
I also
What if,
love that. Oh,
go ahead.
sorry. I was just gonna say, I love it just takes that, like, I've been slowly implementing that, but I find it just takes that pressure off at the start too. Like, instead of being like, this person was so excited and they're not ever, they ghosted me.
And so
I find like,
everyone is excited at the start because they just said yes. And then is it okay if reality sets in and we don't actually have a magic wand? Yeah, it's okay. And what you'll learn there really quickly, if it's not yet in balance, is don't overpromise just to get the yes, just to get them to come in. Leave them as a customer. Get the full retail profit on that person. Instead of having the energy of having a whole bunch of partners on with 2 to 3 orders, you know, not doing anything. You have to find your own balance of what feels better for you. I love having a whole bunch of partners not doing anything because they're less likely to cancel when they're getting it cheaper. And I'm in a relationship with them. Then they'll stay. Yeah. Ashley.
I think for my
I can hear you.
I think for myself it was stop being the expert and telling more stories and connecting people to what they need to hear.
This was huge for me from Larry Thompson because he's frying my brain. I'm like, it can't be that simple, because at that time I was taught by only the experts in Juice Plus. And it looked so hard. I thought I had to be Mitra Ray. I thought I had to be Cheryl Cortese. I thought I had to be like these really, they were almost like bots in Juice Plus at that time, the 24 club NMDs, the elite. And I really felt the strain of needing to be something that I wasn't. Because I was a hectic, hot mess, 3 kids under 3 mum. You know, moments of slaying and moments of praying. What he gave me permission to do was to step out of the arena and show all of the greatness around the arena. That's why everyone's here. Let the conference do the job. Let the link do the job. Let the stories of others do the job. And trust and know that they're in the right place in the right season, and that the chips will fall where they may. I'm not that important. It's got nothing to do with me. I don't influence a thing. I am not that important. Only my ego would tell me otherwise. And my ego in that scenario is not my amigo. So it is about putting our ego aside and not being so special. And when we saw the UK really take off, first of all, I was mortified because I was reading their posts and watching their events. They knew nothing about the product, and I was a walking encyclopedia doing a Take Juice Plus or Die 1-hour event just on the products at that time. So that fried my brain. And they were selling results, not ingredients. They were selling transformation before and after. I just couldn't believe it. Then the other thing was they had the one simple event that was exactly the same every time. And we're going to bring back that exact same event. Because it works. Because it's not broken. Because it doesn't need us to be an expert. It needs us to be super dumbed down and basic. So everyone in the audience, instead of, because this is what was happening for me, I was so amazing at my product event, people would sign up for the product, but then everyone would go, well, I can't do what you do. I could never stand up and talk about all of that. So my whole NMD business up to NMD was built on customers, super strong customer. Now, the speed and duplication comes with business. And so what happened for me was, Emma Snedden was one of my greatest teachers, because I saw a recording of her with her notebook doing the steps on a whiteboard, and it was so basic. But at the time, she was 100 club leader. She got to 100 club in like 10 months. The world had never seen this growth. And she was so basic, but that was her genius and her brilliance. I thought this woman could do this event underwater, blindfold. She knows this inside out, but she's still being basic. And that's where my brain went, oh my God, be basic, Linda. Like, if I want, instead of 3 or 4 people saying, I might be able to do what Linda does one day, she's so amazing, I want everyone going, is that it? If she can do it, I can do it. I want everyone every time going, if she can, I can. That's why everyone can send a link. Everyone can edify the system. Everyone can do the basic steps when they're holding a notebook and shaking. Now you've got the whole room believing that they can step into the arena with you, because you're not that special. And everything that's coming out of your mouth is congruent and aligned with anyone can do this business. Huge distinction. That's where I started putting brand new people up to share a story. Shaking didn't matter, because I trusted that that was the perfect thing. Okay, so it's the opposite. All right, we're way over time, way over time. So I'm going to press stop on the recording.